Hey, welcome back. So we're starting to get to the final stage of this entire tutorial. I'm going to do a tad more exploration playing with geometry nodes since I found this really cool tutorial online by Viscous that I'd like to share. And on top of that, I'm going to create an environment for this models for the final shots. So with that being said, let's begin. So I saw this really cool tutorial by Viscous using Geometry node, and I thought this might be something really cool to kind of incorporate into my design. So thank you Viscous for providing this tutorial, and I am going to see if I could make this into good use. In a nutshell, this is how the Geometry node is going to look like, but I'm not going to be explaining how each nodes act and what they do. If you guys are curious, please make sure to check out the tutorial of Viscous tutorial, because he does go in fact and describe each one of them in depth. So super helpful stuff. But I'm just gonna blast through them so that I could add some more stuff into my tutorial. Okay. So let's begin. First and foremost, I am going to save this and merge these two together. Okay, so I'm gonna press convert to mesh so I can get rid of the hard ops mirror, and then Control J to merge it and make sure my screen casting is turned on. Should be on, but why is it not on? Okay, cool. Alright, so now it's on and it's merged, and I'm gonna press Control. Oh yeah, I did merge. Control A to apply the rotation or the scale to this. Okay. And also, just in case, set origin to geometry center, so this is right in the center. Alright, so we got that, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add a decimate modifier. Okay, so add the decimate modifier and change the ratio to, I don't know, 0.2 maybe, and then right click it, shade flat, so it is very kind of faceted looking, right? So now with this, I'm going to go to geometry node, and just to focus on this section right here, or these two guys. Okay, so I have this geometry node, and while I have this guy selected, I'm gonna press new. Okay, so there you have it. So I'm just gonna start off from I guess right to left. Okay, so things are gonna look funky. Again, I'm gonna blast through them. So let's go scale element. Oops, wrong one. Scale element, plug that in there. Set position, plug that in there, and let's see, float curve. Okay, switch this guy down, switch this guy up, then set the value onto scale. All right, and then vector math right here, change this to multiply, and then set the vector to offset. Okay, add a color bump, or color ramp, add the color to vector here, and then add this to the value right here. All right, there you go. So things are gonna start looking funky, okay, but don't worry, it should work. Add a math node right here and change this guy to divide, and then this goes to, again, like, I wish I could go in and explain what each one of them do, but that will take a while, so make sure to watch the YouTube tutorial. Okay, and then set this vector to on top right here. Another color ramp. I'm going to duplicate this and let's collect this to vector. Okay, normal. Okay, so connect the normal to vector right here. Noise texture. Okay, change this to 4D. All right, and then with the number, let's see, I had the scale to 2 for now. 5. Okay, now geometry proximity. Where's proximity, geometry proximity right there. Okay, so just set the position to the lower value. Okay, and then, oh yeah, that's right. So I'm gonna bring in Shift A, mesh, and a square like that. Just gonna bring it up right here. Something around here is fine. Control A and apply the rotation and scale to this. Where is this at? So here it is. So what I'm gonna do is, while I have this cube selected, or while I have the geometry node open, grab this cube right here and just store it in this node. Okay, and then I am going to connect the geometry onto geometry right here, then the scale onto here. Boom. Okay, so we got that noise, texture, the color factor right here. Okay, let's see, and then another math node. Okay, let me change this to divide value into W, and then scene timer. I wish I could explain what this does. Scene timer, and then change this to something like 5 maybe. Okay, let's see. I got the normal, and then capture attribute. Bring this guy, capture attribute. Click this guy into. Oh, actually, set position where you are. So this capture attribute should go in between right here, and then position. Bring in position. Click on this, and then split edge. Okay, split edge between these guys. Alright, so what do I have that's messed up? Something is messed up here. Let me just double check. Point, oh yeah, change this to face. Okay, and let's see, making sure everything is plugged in correctly. Position, geometry. Oh yeah, that's right. Capture the attribute. So this, drag this guy all the way to sample position. All right, and let's see how that looks. Kind of looks off actually. Something doesn't seem right. Why? Okay, so yeah, I'm probably messed up where a connection somewhere along the line, but just double checking, make sure everything seems fine. Face, sample, collection, geometry. I see. So this has to be distance. There you go. And then the object info has to be relative, and also capture attribute should connect to vector as well. Okay, so there you go. So now I have it. So then if I grab this box, press play, and now if I move this box, kind of gives this cool effect, right? Kind of breaks off. And then on top of that, like let's say if I want to, let me move this away and make it a little more crumbly, I could go to decimate and make this a little more 0.3 or something. So let's make it a little more fractal, and you can also adjust the color ramps and stuff too. Okay, to kind of mess with the amount of how fractal you want it to be too. So just kind of like playing around here. Just kind of find that best ideal area. Where's okay? So yeah, just gotta play around with the number a bit. I think 0.2 is better. Okay, let's say 0.1. Yeah, so really cool to look at this and just kind of imagining this in the cycles view. Let's see how it looks in cycles. So yeah, that's how. Oh yeah, one other thing I forgot is to add a solidify modifier to this guy. So it's a little more thicker, so you kind of see. Actually, let's go to EV view, not cycles. It's gonna take too long. Ooh, it's kind of chugging. Give it a second. Okay, so it's a little thick looking, so I'm gonna change this to 0.001. So it's very kind of fragile, fractal looking. Maybe too thin. 0.003. Yeah, so kind of has like a little bit more of a depth to it, right? So again, if I were to move this, ooh, really cool. Really cool effect. Right. And with the play button, kind of gives that nice wobbly alien feel to it. So, alright, so yeah, that's that. So next up, I want to create an entire scene using this model, right? So I'm going to press Shift D to duplicate this whole thing, kind of snap back into its place, Shift H, so it's isolated this, right? So what I'm going to do is apply the decimation, but then get rid of the geometry node and apply the solidify as well. And then I'm just going to scooch it to the right. Okay, so if I press Alt H, I still have the original one with the node. So this one has the node affecting, but then this one doesn't. Okay, and then with this, I think I have another light in here, so I'm going to delete that light. So if I were to look at the side, let's see how it looks. So that's how it looks. Cool. Alright, Alt H. Alright, so we got the one that affects. This is going to be like the hero prop, versus these guys are going to be more of like a background design, okay? So let me go to Eevee. Next up, I think I'm just going to join all these guys together, okay? So Control J, so it's this one entity. Alright, so Control A and just apply the scale. Alright, so everything is in one. Alright, should be able to still adjust the textures here if I want to, with the basic textures, right? Well, with this one as well, I could just kind of adjust the color and stuff still, so that's still good. Alright, and what I'm gonna do, Shift A, let's bring in a platform first. So mesh, scale it up. G. Okay. Alright, so that's good. Let's see. Oh, oops. Oh. Guess I forgot, wasn't able to select this guy. Control J. Oh, okay. Huh. No mesh data. Convert to mesh and then J. Okay, there it goes. Now everything should be under one. What is this actually? Looks like some parenting is happening here. Alt P. Clear parents. Okay, well, hopefully that's not gonna mess up with anything. Okay, well, anyways. Gonna apply a array modifier to this. I'm just gonna bring it out this way. Alright, something like that maybe. Just bring it in. Then I'm gonna Alt X and then mirror this to the other side. So we got more. Shift D, G, Y. Okay, got this. And then for this time, I'm gonna get rid of hard ops. GX, just bring this guy right here. And then change the direction. Oops. 7. Let's see how many we have. Just kind of line it up like this. One more, 7. Okay. Okay, cool. Awesome. Got more. Okay. Duplicate this to the front. Again, I'm going to select these two rows and Shift D again. Okay, and then bring it back. Let's look at it from the top, okay? GY. Okay, just kind of make sure it looks pretty even. Something like that's good, I think. Let's bring this up just a tad. Alright, cool. So, from here on, I'm gonna put on a different thinking cap, okay? It's gonna have to be in cycles because I'm gonna be dealing with light, but I'm just gonna try to figure out a good lighting for this and also good video, I guess, like a good cinematic kind of shot for this, right? So the focus is going to be this character, but I'm kind of trying to think where I want the camera to move, how I'm going to zoom. I kind of have like a general idea of what I want to do, but let's see how that would work. Okay, so let me see the cycles view. So my voice might kind of jump around here and there just because cycles is just, yeah, it's just a little more heavy, but hopefully it's not going to be too bad, but let's find out. Let's give that a second. Alright, so it's way too bright. Alright, it's very laggy too. Oof, yeah, things are getting really heavy stuff. But then, I think once things start to roll, it'll get a little bit smoother. Not too bad, not too smooth, but also I'm running Camtasia too, so that's probably gonna slow things down. But what I'm gonna do is, let's see, change the HDRI first, because at the moment I've been using the city HDRI this whole time, but I want it more moody, so studio. So yeah, this is where I wish I could have a better HDRI, but I mean, I guess I can, but I'm just gonna stay with general, the default one, just to see where I can go with this. Then let's see, I'm gonna give throw a light, a spotlight maybe. Spotlight GZ. Just bring this out too so that I can see where it's at. Scene collection, same with this box. I'm gonna get this cube out of wherever it is, because I'm gonna wing it. It's got the cube and the scene light. Okay, so just kind of adjust things. Let's see, kind of bump up the exposure maybe. I want to give like a spotlight to this main here, right? Let's see. This could probably, I don't know, 80. Alright, so yeah, cool. It's a bit focused on this. And what I want to do also is with this point light, eventually it's gonna animate, right? So I want this to kind of also act as a focus too, or like a focal point, so you see how the eye glows. So something like that might be good. And also, you know what, with the background or with the environment texture, the strength is too large, too much. I guess I don't want the focus to be on any of these characters, so let me drop this like 0.3 or something, and that should be, yeah, maybe it might be too dark. And on top of that, I want to change the background to like completely black. Okay. So yeah, I can kind of see the character, but then the focus is on this character, but you can kind of still see things around it. Then also, I probably don't want this floor, so let me add a new material to this. Black, too dark. So let's see, bump up the color or bump up the value. Roughness could go up maybe. Oh yeah, see, got this nice focal point right here. I add a little bit more reflection to give that interest. Okay, cool. So yeah, you kind of see that focal point, right? So that's gonna be your first shot. Then I'll probably have to adjust a few things here and there. Okay. Okay, let me bring up the power a bit, because I think it's a little still too dark. So maybe about 50-ish. So that's a lot better. And also, I want this eye to pulse. So let me drop this exposure to like 2 or something. Okay. So something like that is fine. Okay, so now that I have somewhat of a mood going, again, I'm gonna change this up later. It really depends on like once I record with the camera, like things are gonna change. But yeah, those are just basically some of the ways to adjust the lighting, right? But now I want to get to the composition of things, and ideally I want to do it in cycles. But then I realized that recording this through Camtasia and then also trying to work things in cycles, the computer doesn't really like it, so I need to work in the workbench mode right here. Okay, so what I want to do now, so I'm gonna split the screen like this, okay? And let me turn this on. Actually, okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna introduce a camera. Okay, so just bring it out right here-ish. And then I'm gonna also bring in an empty. Okay, something like that. And then I'm going to click on the camera and then apply track 2. And then click this eyedrop and select the empty. Okay, so this view is going to be the camera view. So I'm just gonna press Control number pad 0 like there. Okay, and let's just kind of, so I'm just gonna check for the composition here. Okay. So let's see, so something like that, or maybe like this, maybe. So this is where things are going to be focused. Maybe I could just bring the empty down a bit. So something like that, maybe. We'll see, or maybe like this might be cool. And then what I want to do is for this camera, it's kind of move around like this and end around here-ish, okay? Or here, I don't know. Let's see, something around here. And then once the eye starts pulsing, I want it to zoom in, making sure it doesn't clip. And then once it zooms in here, this is where actually this should stay up like that. While it's zooming in, I'm gonna animate this cube to come down so you could see this shatter effect like that. Okay, and yeah, I think that's sort of like where I want to go with this. And then while it's shattering, I'm gonna make another camera where it's gonna focus on the, the back area right here, since I haven't given that much love to the, like we gave so much love to the back area, but like it would be a shame not to record it. So while it's shattering, I'm gonna like have a camera that's like zooming in like this, and then like maybe cut to one where zooming on the hand, because again, like I gave a lot of love to the hand too. And then in the end, maybe from the front, like right here. Okay, right here, the camera's kind of focusing, and I'm thinking, like, since we kind of went Death Stranding with this, just like that Death Stranding kind of like that what is it, that liquid that kind of goes up, it would be cool to do something like that where from the eye, this golden liquid would go up. But to do that, I need to learn how to do the liquid sim, which I don't know how to do it. So I'll just have to watch a YouTube video and do that. Okay, so for now, let's do the camera. Okay, so I'm gonna just go around right here-ish. Let's start off right here. Okay, so right here, it's a good angle right here, I think. All right, and then start off with 0. Actually, as a matter of fact, I need to figure out what the how long this is gonna be. So let me see. What is my output? So 24 frames per second. I'm gonna change this to 30 frames per second. Okay, it's more standard, I think. So 30 frames per second. So that's one. So because the speed is not really following the 30 frame per second, as you can see, like every 30 seconds should be 1 second, right? But this is obviously not 1 second right here. So it's understandable because there's a lot happening in the scene and with the light and stuff. It's gonna lag. So I just need to change the every frame to frame dropping, and then playback limited frame range. So that should do the trick. So now it's 1, 2, 3, you see it, 4, 5. Okay, So that should do the trick. And next, to add the keyframe, this is where I'm going to select these guys. Select the empty and the camera. Press I, and then how do I want to do this actually? So this should end. Let's see, 50. Okay. So bring this to right here. Right here. Yes. Right here maybe. Okay. It's like this and I again. So if I were to play it, so you can kind of see the animation happening, right? And then also, let's say maybe I could move back. I think the better way of this was to actually, you know what? Yeah, maybe I don't need to move back. Let me just see how it looks though. Just kind of, oops. Just have it come out a bit. Let's see how that looks. Press I. Cool, okay, yeah. Might be better. So yeah, that's basically where I want to go with this. Could go faster. If I want things to be a little more faster, because I do want it to hold a bit too. So let's see. That might be too fast, but you know, I could right now it's ends at 250. Let's see if I make this into like 300 or something. Bring this back to 120. So yeah, it's just up to me on how I want to time things, okay? It stops here, and that's one recording, and then maybe later on I will do a recording that goes from 300 to, or wait, maybe 300 to 500 or something. And then press I right here. And let's see. This one goes in like this, right? I. So you kind of see, just zooming in like this, and then on top of that, this box right here. Oops, I turned on the bounds to box or wire. Oh, whatever. So this stays like this. But around here, so I press I, and then in the end, GZ breaks like that, right? That'll be cool. I. So you kind of see. So first shot, I'm gonna record it from 0, just kind of panning side or rotating sideways like that, and maybe up to 300-ish, or maybe later. I don't know. And then from here, I'm gonna record it zooming in while it shatters. Okay, and then later, so this is 2 sections of video recording, right? So one's this section right here and another section, and then later, probably in Camtasia or something, I'm gonna have to do the video editing part. Okay, so yeah, I think that's about it. Few things I like to set when I record: noise threshold, change this to 0.1, max sampling 49.6 is too, 2048 I think be good. That's still gonna take a while though. And yeah, like I feel like, you know, like I could add few more things here and there. Like for example, you can kind of see there are some areas where the floors are showing, right? So maybe I could add in some cable using cable radar. So kind of doing something like this. Let's see, kind of right here to right here, maybe. Oops, not like that, but you know, just kind of like have the cables dragging. Oh, better yet, I forgot I could show you another cool cable radar stuff while I'm at it right here. So Control Shift C, draw cable, and then I could just kind of do stuff like this, right? Oh no, not on the guy or not on the person. And then you can kind of see the cable just kind of crawling and you can just scale it down. So that's something that I could do too. Just keep drawing it all, all over the place to make it all weird and cable-y. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, like, again, I'll be animating the lights pulsing, and to do the light pulse, I'll have to animate it through here. So for example, I know it's gonna lag, so I don't want to do it, but let's see. Let me just render this out and see how I feel about it, everything. So to do that, on render setting, let me change this to 0.1. This is gonna be a test render, so I'm gonna go like super low, like 256 or something like that, max sampling, and that should be okay. And then let's go output, 30 frames per second, and then I have my output set to a location just right here, but it's just up to you where you want it to be. Image, change this to video, and then because I don't know what this encoding Matryoshka is, and PG4 is something that my computer reads, so I'm going to change that to that. And yeah, I think that's about it. So let me just render it, render animation, and this is going to take a while, so I'll see you back in a bit. Alright, so I got the render here. So if I were to play it, so this is how the pan looks like, or the rotation. I don't like how it dips, so I'm gonna probably get rid of that. This is where the light flickers, and then we start zooming in, wondering what's going on, and this is when things start shattering, right? So yeah, all in all, I think things are looking good, but a few things I want to fix. So something like right here, right? I don't want this harsh line, so I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get rid of that. So let's do that. And then also, again, like I do want to add some details like wirings in between these character, or some kind of like sci-fi panel type of thing, right? So I want to do something like that for a little noise. And again, I don't like this dip right here, kind of dips, so I'm gonna get rid of that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just gotta figure out a few ways. It's like the quality is low, as you can see, because it's 256. But once I bump this out to like 2048 or something, then I think things will look a lot more crispier and cleaner. Okay, cool.